The venue was exactly what my brother had described in his texts: restored stone barn, hanging lights, curated rustic. Everything looked deliberate, except my seat. I scanned the reception tables twice before a cousin pointed toward the back corner. "There," she said, half apologetic. My name wasn't printed. It was scribbled in blue pen on a folded cocktail napkin. The napkin sat beside a booster seat and a stack of crayons. The kids' table. For a moment, I genuinely wondered if it was a mistake. Then my brother's new wife appeared at my elbow, smiling too brightly. "Oh, good. You found it," she said. "We thought you'd be more low maintenance." The pause before the last two words was small, but intentional. "Low maintenance," I repeated. "You know," she said lightly, "flexible. You don't really care about all the seating politics." I looked at the napkin again. This wasn't about politics. It was about priority. I nodded once. Of course. I had helped cover the catering deposit when they were short. Quietly, no announcement. I'd sent a $6,000 check in the card, not because they asked, but because I knew what weddings cost. Family supports family. I told myself this was just logistics. Maybe tables were tight. Maybe someone forgot to reprint a card. Then I walked past the gift table. My envelope was open. Not opened discreetly at home later. Open now. The flap torn unevenly. The check partially slid out, visible enough that I could read my own handwriting. I stood there longer than I meant to. It wasn't the money. It was the assumption. The assumption that my contribution was guaranteed. That my presence was optional, but my support was automatic. Behind me, I heard her voice again. "Oh, we've been organizing the cards early," she explained when she saw me looking. "Easier for deposits." Before the reception had even started, I picked up the envelope. Slid the check fully out. She blinked. "Is something wrong?" I folded the check once, carefully, and held it between my fingers. "If I'm low maintenance," I said evenly, "then you won't mind if I take this back." Her smile faltered. Just slightly at first. "What?" she said. "You're serious?" Yes. It wasn't loud, it wasn't theatrical. But the photographer nearby lowered his camera. A few heads turned. My brother noticed. He walked over, confusion already creasing his face. "What's going on?" I handed him the envelope. "Empty." "I realized I'd made a mistake," I said. "What mistake?" "I thought I was participating in this wedding. Not subsidizing it." He stared at me like I'd switched languages. "It's just seating," he said. "It's not." His wife stepped in, voice tightening. "This is our day. Are you really going to create drama over a table?" "I'm not creating anything," I replied. "I'm correcting something." I pulled out my phone. I didn't make a show of it. I stepped aside, dialed my bank's customer service line. My voice was calm as I verified my identity. "Yes," I said. "I need to void a check. It hasn't been deposited yet." The representative confirmed the number. Placed a stop payment. Explained the small processing fee. When I ended the call, my brother was still watching me. "It's done," I said quietly. "It can't be cashed." That was the moment the weight shifted, not because I'd embarrassed them. Because the leverage they assumed they had, my compliance was gone. "You're unbelievable," his wife whispered. I said. "But not low maintenance." For a second, I thought my brother would yell. Instead, he looked tired. "You could have just talked to me," he said. "I've been talking for years," I answered. "You just only listen when it costs you something." He didn't argue. Around us, the reception resumed its hum. Music swelled, glasses clinked. The world didn't stop. But something between us had. I didn't sit at the kids' table. I didn't sit anywhere. I walked out before dinner was served. Outside, the air was cool and smelled faintly of rain. I sat in my car for a few minutes, hands resting on the steering wheel. There was no rush of triumph. No cinematic satisfaction. Just steadiness. I had spent years equating generosity with love. Believing that if I contributed enough, financially, emotionally, logistically, I would be placed correctly in the picture. But placement isn't purchased, it's chosen. My phone buzzed once as I started the engine. A text from my brother. "We'll talk later." not an apology, not anger. Just acknowledgement. I don't know what that conversation will look like. I only know this: the next time my name is written somewhere, it won't be in pen on a napkin. And if it is, I won't pretend not to notice.